Tell them boys to give me 150 M's. I'm coming. You know what I mean? When I start streaming out that, start talking that, stop it. Knock it off, cuz. Stop it.
Gervonta Davis and Terence Crawford's heated social media feud escalated from verbal jabs to physical blows after Tank crossed the line by hurling insults at Crawford and his family. In response, Crawford vowed to break his neck.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world knows.
While Crawford may not have threatened Gervonta Davis' neck this time, rest assured that Tank Davis won't be able to avoid the physical repercussions of his actions. Tank did have a response, but it's worth remembering that when it comes to street fights, Crawford is no stranger to combat. Having spent the early part of his life wrestling, Crawford is more than capable of handling himself in any physical altercation.
No fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break you.
Gervonta Davis' final response to the ongoing tension with Terence Crawford came in a now-deleted post on X, where he demanded that Crawford move back to welterweights so he could step up and beat the former undisputed champion.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to.
This sparked more drama in their already heated social media feud, which had been brewing for days. The conflict began. Gervonta Davis expressed frustration over not being invited to the prestigious Ring Magazine Awards.
Be great. He can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man,
A celebration of the best in boxing. Gervonta Davis took. Crawford wasn't one to stay silent. He seized that opportunity to poke fun at Gervonta Davis, posting, "I see somebody mad they weren't invited to the Ring Magazine gala."
Okay.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
Man.
Gervonta said
Crawford, himself not invited to the event, managed to get under Gervonta Davis, responded by asserting that he was making more money than Crawford, and what followed was a back. The rivalry wasn't. Gervonta Davis had previously sided with his friend Errol Spence Jr. in his feud with Crawford before their 2023 fight, so the animosity between them had been simmering for a while.
glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147.
However, things took a nasty turn. Gervonta Davis followed up with a been screenshotted, and Davis faced backlash for dragging Crawford's family into the feud.
Oh, see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-camp.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Critics quickly pointed out how immature and unprofessional Gervonta Davis' behavior seemed, calling out his insecurity and accusing him of hiding behind deleted posts after with Canelo Alvarez. The possibility of Crawford facing one of boxing's biggest stars was getting closer.
Gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield. Talk about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment, man?
And the fight was expected to deliver the biggest payday of his career. Gervonta Davis dismissed Crawford's pursuit of greatness, claiming that he wasn't chasing legacy, but simply doing what he needed to do to earn decent money. Gervonta Davis chasing greatness. He's not. That's what he has to do to make decent money. Gervonta Davis, referring to Crawford's potential fight with Canelo.
I mean, you came up from 35, right?
He ain't fighting no real guys at 47.
So, okay. What about, everyone's talking about...
Gervonta Davis may be known for his explosive knockout power, having won 30 of his 30 career fights, with 28 knockouts,
But Crawford, on the other hand, I don't see nobody around that's gonna be the beat Bud unless somebody way bigger than him. But don't sleep on the fact that,
according to World Boxing Organization welterweight champion Brian Norman Jr.,
if him and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good daggone fight. You understand me? Matter of fact, that's a good damn fight. You understand me? Because they both have very high IQs, and Tank is very explosive. That's the one thing Tank got there.
who has sparred with both Gervonta Davis and Terence Crawford. Gervonta Davis' punching power is nothing short of brutal. Norman's experience with these two high-ranked boxers allows him to draw clear distinctions between their fighting styles and abilities. Frank Martin.
Tank, at 147, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look? 147? 147. I tapped that trick.
A 23-year-old boxer who recently suffered a loss to Gervonta Davis.
I already know. I already know who he
He ain't
is.
got no chance.
I already know who he is.
Said no chance.
I got round 5.
Knows firsthand the power behind Gervonta Davis' punches. At the moment, Gervonta Davis' unblemished record of 30-0 with 28 knockouts, having recently retained his World Boxing Association lightweight title by stopping Martin in an impressive...
Yeah, but how much he run around once them hands get on him, it's gonna slow him down. And definitely if he touch him.
Gervonta Davis consistently stated that he is capable of knocking out any opponent with a single punch.
You see no greatness with Bud, which is why he resorted to talking money. Then, when Terence Bud Crawford came out and checked Gervonta in that department as well, by stating, quote,
and throughout his ongoing career, he has solidified his reputation as one of the sport's most destructive punchers.
"The guy, don't speak too soon because you definitely not making more money than me fighting who you've been fighting. That's why you talking about fighting Ryan again."
Gervonta Davis' wild card in boxing, and knockout power is a prime example of this. His ability to end fights with a single blow is what sets him apart, making him a dangerous force in the ring. On the other hand, Terence Crawford, with an impressive record of 40-0 and 31 knockouts.
Referring to Gervonta asking for $150 million to fight Ryan again at 140 in the division Ryan is not going to move back down to again. Ryan
has been dominating the welterweight division for the past 2 years. Recently, he moved up to the junior middleweight division, where he captured a World Boxing Association title by unanimously outpointing Israel Nadrimov.
Gervonta to be calling out Ryan, a fighter no one is asking Gervonta to fight again. We asking Gervonta.
Crawford's approach contrasts with Davis' explosive style. He's more methodical.
Doesn't want to do VADA testing, who doesn't want to do any rehydration clause. Matter of fact, he doesn't even want to make weight. We all know Gervonta is not going to agree to any of that. In fact, leading up,
preferring to wear down his opponents over time before delivering the decisive blow. The rivalry between these two, Gervonta Davis and Terence Crawford's heated social media feud, escalated from verbal jabs to physical blows after Tank crossed the line by hurling insults at Crawford and his family. In response, Crawford vowed to break his neck. While Crawford may not have threatened Gervonta Davis' neck this time, rest assured that Tank Davis won't be able to avoid the physical repercussions of his actions. Tank did have a response, but it's worth remembering that when it comes to street fights, Crawford is no stranger to combat. Having spent the early part of his life wrestling, Crawford is more than capable of handling himself in any physical altercation. Gervonta Davis' final response to the ongoing tension with Terence Crawford came in a now-deleted post on X, where he demanded that Crawford move back to welterweights so he could step up and beat the former undisputed champion. This sparked more drama in their already heated social media feud, which had been brewing for days. The conflict began. Gervonta Davis expressed frustration over not being invited to the prestigious Ring Magazine Awards, a celebration of the best in boxing. Gervonta Davis took. Crawford wasn't one to stay silent. He seized that opportunity to poke fun at Gervonta Davis, posting, "I see somebody mad they weren't invited to the Ring Magazine Gala." Crawford, himself not invited to the event, managed to get under Gervonta Davis, responded by asserting that he was making more money than Crawford, and what followed was a back. The rivalry wasn't. Gervonta Davis had previously sided with his friend Errol Spence Jr. in his feud with Crawford before their 2023 fight, so the animosity between them had been simmering for a while.